Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So we had Summer Game Fest yesterday, and we're going to go through most of the announcements that were at this event, and I'll kind of give you some of my thoughts about them, as well as what I think was probably the announcement of the show. So let's get started right away with the first announcement, which is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, and this is set to come out on January 18th. And this is for pretty much all of the consoles, including the Switch and PC. Next, we get an extended gameplay trailer for Mortal Kombat 1, and they include the fatalities here, as well as the cameo selection screen. Then we have Path of Exile 2 coming out on July 28th. And then in one of the first odd collaboration announcements, we have Street Fighter 6 and Exoprimal, and this is coming to Exoprimal in the fall of this year. So it's definitely weird to see Ryu out there fighting dinosaurs, but whatever. And in the more odd of the two announcements of a collaboration, we have Dead by Daylight Nicolas Cage. And in this game, you're basically playing as Nicolas Cage, who thinks he's going to go to a movie set, but then of course it turns into this horror genre, and this is coming out on July 25th. Then we have the first-person shooter Witchfire, which is going into early access launch on September 20th. And then we have a new trailer for Crossfire Sierra Squad coming in August for PlayStation VR 2. And then we have Remnant 2 coming out on July 25th. And then in a bit of a surprise announcement, we have a new Sonic game, Sonic Superstars, and this is a 2D side-scrolling Sonic game. And the game is switched to more of a high-def, I guess you would say, 3D-ish look in that side-scrolling rather than the 2D pixel art we're used to. And this is coming sometime this fall. And then we have Honkai Star Rail coming sometime in Q4 for the PlayStation 5. And this had been originally released for PC and mobile, so now it's coming to consoles. And then we have a trailer I think many of us were waiting to see, and that's Lies of P. And it did get a release date of September 19th, as well as a shadow drop of a demo that you can go check out right now. And then next we have Sandland, and this is based on a manga by Toriyama, who is the artist of Dragon Ball as well as the Dragon Quest series. So if that art looks pretty familiar, that would be why. Then we have Throne and Liberty, which is an MMORPG, and you can sign up for a test of that right now. And then we get a trailer for Alan Wake 2, as well as a bit of the game details. It's going to include 2 playable characters with a 50-50 split in content, and you'll be free to switch between the characters, and it will be coming out on October 17th. Then we see Warhammer Space Marine 2, and this will have co-op campaign for up to 3 players and out sometime this winter. And then we have Yes, Your Grace Snowfall out in 2024. And then another one that looked kind of interesting to me is John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. And this is coming out sometime in 2024. And this is a first-person shooter, but it almost reminds me of Serious Sam and the fact that you just mow down a whole bunch of zombies. And then we have Baldur's Gate 3 coming August 31st. And then another announcement I think a lot of people were looking forward to is we have a release date for Spider-Man 2, and it will be coming out on October 20th. And we also got a reveal of the artwork for the box, and you can see that here. So definitely a lot of excitement here for Spider-Man 2, and we now have an official release date. And then we have Palworld going into early access in 2024. And then what you were all waiting for, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. No, not Rebirth, but Ever Crisis, which is a mobile game. And it's free to register to sign up right now for when it gets officially released. And it looks kind of interesting. I just hope it's not full of a bunch of microtransactions. And then we have Banisher's Ghost of New Eden coming out sometime before the end of the year. And if you remember yesterday, we had some information leak out about Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Well, we actually get a gameplay trailer here. And the game will be out on November 9th, matching up with that leak yesterday. And if you pre-order now, you get a Legendary Fighters pack, which I'm not sure what that is, but I guess we'll find out. And then we have Under the Waves coming August 29th. And then we have Call of Duty Season 4 coming June 14th. And then there's a sweepstakes to try to win this themed Porsche Xbox Series X. Now, I'm not sure why you would want that, but hey, maybe it'll be worth something as being an exclusive. But anyway, you can register to try to win that. And then we see Fae Farm, which is another farm simulator for the Switch and PC, and that's coming out September 8th. And then we have King Arthur Legends Rise, and this is a squad RPG for PC and mobile. And then we see an indie game, Lysfanga the Time Shift Warrior. Not to be confused, I guess, with La Fonda. And this is coming out for PC in 2023. And then we have Immortals of Avium, which is a first-person magic shooter coming out July 20th. And then we get the latest update for Fortnite, which is Fortnite Wilds. And it looks like they have a collaboration here with Transformers. And then we actually do get to see Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. No, I'm not pulling a trick this time. And just a few notes looking through this trailer, it looks like you'll get to play as Red 13 and Yuffie in this, as well as Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith. And the game definitely looks good. It looks a lot more open than Final Fantasy VII Remake. And that kind of falls in line with the original Final Fantasy VII. At this point in the game, you kind of open up and get to access the whole world. But one interesting note, I did notice that the trailer on the official Final Fantasy YouTube channel didn't have a 60 FPS option. But I wouldn't read too much into that just yet. So definitely a lot of announcements here in that 2-hour presentation that I've gotten kind of summed up here in less than 8 minutes. So let me know which of these announcements you're most looking forward to. I'm definitely looking forward to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, as well as the latest Like a Dragon game. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing so. It really does help out the channel quite a bit. I want to thank you for watching, and be good.